This video is going to give you 5 actual practical ways for you to make some money online, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's get right to it. Number 1, this one is going to be the biggest and best thing that you could do for yourself if you really want to make life-changing money. Do this one. Stop making excuses and make it happen. And this is going to be to start a personal brand. Now, realistically, I want you to think about this one as something that you're going to build over the next year or 2 years or 3 years. Have it be something that you can do sustainably while doing whatever else it is that you do. So if you already have a job or a part-time job or whatever, add this in on the side, because I promise you that at some point this could take over your full-time salary by far. Starting a personal brand just basically means having a presence somewhere, having an audience somewhere, whether that's LinkedIn or TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, wherever. Just making it so that you're a thought leader of some sort or an entertainer of some sort on some of these or even one of these platforms. The global number of YouTube users was forecast to continuously increase between 2024 and 2029 by a total of 230 million users. After the 9th consecutive increasing year, the YouTube user base is estimated to reach 1.2 billion users and therefore a new peak in 2029. TikTok is obviously another great platform that people are getting really solid reach on, but it's one of those things where we don't really know if it's even going to be around in a year or two. What we do know is that there will be some type of a platform, and there's going to be people wanting to be entertained or learn some things. So if you have something to share, if you have something to say, just get it going. In full transparency, this thing is going to take a little bit longer than any of these YouTubers or TikTokers tell you that it's going to take. So that's why I say just start small, but start as soon as possible. You don't need anything fancy. I started with just my iPhone and didn't even have a mic. It took me about a year to get to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, but within that next year, I got up to over 100,000 subscribers. Now I make more money here on YouTube than I do as a full-time professor. Number 2, it's no secret that AI is taking over. This is scaring a bunch of people, but I think this should excite you. To leverage AI is not only smart, but it's also going to be incredibly lucrative for those of you that start early. To get you all going strong, I got you a free resource, and they're the sponsor of this video, Growth School. I highly recommend this 3-hour workshop on leveraging AI tools in ChatGPT by Growth School. It's typically a paid workshop, but the first 1,000 participants can join for free. No matter what your profession is, whether you're in tech, non-tech, sales, marketing, HR, operations, freelancing, an entrepreneur, or any other role, in this workshop you're going to learn crazy strategies and how to leverage AI. Whether that be for salary hikes or job hunting strategy or solving big and complex data problems with Excel in just 5 minutes, Growth School is just an awesome resource. Growth School gives you the opportunity to learn and interact with the top 1% industry professionals so that you can solve industry problems and get relevant experience. Growth School has already taught more than 1 million students and helped thousands of learners to grow in their careers. Register for this ChatGPT and AI workshop for free with the link down in my description, and then let me know how you like it. This third one seems just a little bit too simple, but I promise you this is one that actually makes real money. And this is buying and reselling, but specifically in a niche that you understand or you know better than others. One of my students was making a killing buying and reselling sneakers. He knew so much about sneakers and about trends and about the material or the collab with whatever celebrity. He also knew all about the rareness of one versus the other, so he knew how to shop for a deal. Another one of my students buys and sells spaceships in a video game, and people literally pay to have their spaceship upgraded or to get this cool new gun or whatever it may be. I have no idea about this, so it doesn't make any sense to me, but to some people, it really makes sense and they know where to find that deal. My student was making almost 6 figures sitting in this entrepreneurship class, so I had him come up and teach some of the days. But if anybody from administration is watching, I didn't really actually have him do that. But anyway, if you have something that you just know a lot about or that you have a passion in, think about how you can turn that into a lucrative side hustle. Your knowledge is the competitive advantage. Moving on to number 4. When I started to compete in CrossFit, I had a natural talent and I was strong. But I had never done gymnastics before, and a huge part of CrossFit had gymnastic movement. I could have figured it out by working at it and just watching YouTube videos, and probably 3 or 4 years of trying would get me to be a good competitor. But I wanted to be there much, much faster. So I hired an actual gymnast coach. This guy had been a gymnast all his life, so for an hourly rate each week, I got to soak up all his knowledge he had accumulated for the last 40 years. He gave me secrets and tips that I would have never figured out, and because of that, I was able to do handstands, handstand walks, muscle-ups, and all the other crazy gymnastic movements that CrossFit threw at me. So number 4 is just to be able to use your knowledge that you've accumulated to be a coach or a tutor or just be an expert in your field. It's a win-win for both sides. I got to learn how to do gymnastics much, much faster, and my coach got to get paid for his knowledge. And now I've personally been using this model for years. I was a nutrition coach, a personal trainer, a gym owner, a management strategy consultant, and now a personal finance coach. What do you know a lot about that can help somebody in need? You don't need to be the best absolute expert in the world, you just need to be able to get somebody from point A to point B. You don't need to get them all the way to Z if you don't know those last couple things. Just being able to help somebody who knows less than you is very, very good. I know there are people that are more analytical and have deeper finance knowledge in certain things, but I know for me personally, I'm good at taking a complex situation and making it simple. So I know that I'm good at helping people ease their tension, keep emotions down, and make it so that you can invest while being able to live the rest of your life and actually do the things that you want to do with a simple investing plan. If you do number 1 from before and you build out an audience and you build out your personal brand, then people will know about you, they'll start to build trust with you, and people want to do business with people they like and know. So once you say you offer coaching or tutoring or something like that, people will be super stoked to book with you. Number 5, this is the way that most of you will actually make crazy money, and it'll just continue to build each year without you having to do anything. You can do this one while still having a full-time job, while having a part-time job, while building out your personal brand, while building a side hustle, all of it. And this is to invest, specifically taking advantage of compound interest. If you invest for 10 years and put $1,000 per month away to something like the S&P 500 that appreciates at over 10% with dividends reinvested, you'd have $191,249. But the even more exciting thing here is that if you never add another dollar, never again, you never put any more money into this, and you just let it sit for another 15 years, remember, never adding even one more dollar, that alone will have grown to $800,000. To learn what to invest in and to get those types of returns forever, watch this video on the most simple but solid 3-fund portfolio out there. Or watch this one to keep you going strong on your investing journey.